Hey guys, we're here today with Alex Harrison, as you can see. We've just come down to the local park to do a throwing session, but before we start throwing, Alex is going to run us through an extended warm-up. Okay, so Alex, what are we going to do?
So in these first few sessions back after lockdown, it's really important you give yourself the chance to warm up thoroughly before you start throwing. So we're going to run through a few extra exercises you can chuck in your warm-up and really dedicate a bit more time to that warm-up process.
Okay,
should we get going?
Sounds good to me. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Okay, so we've split the warm-up up into 3 sections. The first bit is around dynamic stretches. So we're going to do each of these exercises for about 30 seconds. First up, we've got some body weight squats. Okay, so next up is reverse lunges. Now these are a really good exercise for just waking up that hip in the leg that you plant as you throw. And next up is lateral lunges. So that's looking good, Straubs.
Thank you.
Again for 30 seconds. So next up is squat to sky. So this is a body weight squat, but you hold on to the inside of your toes. You want to get as low as you can without your heels coming off the ground. Okay, the next one is what's called a hip airplane. So it's basically balancing on one leg, really working on those control muscles in your hip. So next is what's called the world's greatest stretch. So it's a big lunge, reach to the ground and then rotate up and look up to the sky and back. So next up is bird dogs. So you want to get on all fours and reach opposite feet and hands away from each other while keeping your hips nice and stable. And you might be lucky and get a dog to join you. So next one's T press ups. So you want to keep your back as straight as possible, whole body straight in a sort of high plank. Then go down, press up to the ground, then reach up. Next up, shoulder circles. So start going forwards, nice small circles, make them bigger, and then backwards. Next is a grass cutter exercise. So you want to get back on all fours, reach under one of your arms, then reach up to the sky, and do that on each side. So the last of the dynamic exercises are going to be for your shoulder. So you're going to need a resistance band. So where that comes in. Okay, so the first one's just going to be some extensions like that. So you want to do 10 to 15 in a straight line. So once you've done them straight out in front of you, you can then do them on an angle. So do another 10 to 15 on that angle, another 10 to 15 like that. So next we're going to do over your head with the band. So it's straight over behind your shoulders and straight back. So next exercise is a lat pull down. So you're going to hold it fairly close together and then just come down behind your back and then up again. And if you turn around, Straubs, so you should be able to see his shoulder blades really rotating around his back. And then lastly, you're going to stand on the band and you're going to do a tricep extension. So again, with all of these, about 30 seconds for each one. Really give your shoulder the chance to warm up. So now we're on to section 2 of the warm-up, where we're going to do a bit more, a few more exercises to raise the heart rate. So we're going to start with some jump squats. We're going to go into a squat and then just take off the ground a little bit. So after the jump squats, we're going to go into some log jumps. So pretend that there's a log in the middle and just jump over it again. So next up, we're going to do some burpees. Oh, Neely, nice of you to join us. So after the burpees, we're going to do tuck jumps. Yeah. So last exercise, we're going to do some shuttle runs. So you're going to be running about the length of a dodgeball court, and you can chuck in a load of different exercises with this. So you can just run along, or you can do high knees. So that'll get your glutes warmed up. Or then you can do heel kicks. That'll dynamically stretch your quads. You can do side to side steps. and then you can vary that with karaoke, where one foot goes in front and then behind. Good stuff, guys. Let's get onto the dodgeballs. So you're going to get yourselves into pairs and just start by getting the ball initially to the other person. Really don't focus on too much, just a basic throw. And then you're going to progress through your throwing motion, spending about 30 seconds on each progression. So start by focusing on a bit more of a flick from your wrist. Then once you've done that for a while, putting a bit more of your forearm into it, really extending the elbow. But all of this is in a controlled manner, about 50% power. Right, so we're getting to the end of the throwing. We've been doing it for about 10 minutes, and this whole warm-up should have taken you about half an hour in total, because it's really important, again, just to take that time to get yourself used to throwing.
Thanks for that, Alex. I hope you all enjoyed that. I certainly feel nice and warmed up now. Thanks to Neely for joining us with the burpees. Thanks to Alex for all that information.